So to start with the hair, you will want to make sure you plan out where it's going to be. So look at your picture. You can look at the front side view and tell how far up on the head it should be, and what, in addition to what you've already formed out of clay, you need to add on to get the dimensions to be right. So looking at my picture, I know my forehead is going to be right up to about here. So kind of around in this area is where I'll begin working with the hair. Though you might even consider not imprinting in like this, but drawing a line of where things should be. So after you've planned out where the hair should be, notice all the way around I've added in that line, based on the picture as to where the hair actually is. You will want to begin creating the hair texture. So some of this depends a little bit on what kind of hair you have, whether it be long or short or sticking out from the clay or not. But it's kind of up to you to decide how that texture should look based on how the picture appears. So I wouldn't suggest adding a helmet of hair onto this. Some parts can be sculpted onto what's already there, but some areas will need to be added clay. Like I've got this section in the front of my hair, so I basically have a spot that goes down over here. So looking at my picture, that's kind of where my breaking point is, where it goes down and then where it starts to swoop over. So I'm going to be adding on some clay that kind of goes in the direction of the way that I need it. So modeling the clay on, and then I'll add in some texture on top of that after that. It's okay to leave the clay kind of lumpy, because that can help with creating the dimensions of what you need to create for the hair. You may find that you do want to use a modeling tool, kind of get the look of the hair. So see how I'm just kind of, you don't have to draw every line for what you see in the hair. You can create gestures that look like the shape of what you need. Implied texture is better than making it look like you're adding in every single line for the hair. Now I've got most of the texture done for the hair. So I move around the sculpture here, you can begin to see how I dealt with different areas. So I added some clay on in some areas and left some areas alone, but just added in the texture of what was needed. So here's the front view. Kind of compare how, try to match that hair between the picture and what you see in the sculpture. And then, looking at the side, the 3/4 view, and from the total side, how you try to match things in there as well. So always, nothing is set in stone until you're totally letting it dry out. So if you notice that something's a little bit off between the picture and what you see in your sculpture, you can adjust things still.